Welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Busy Dad. If this is your first time on this channel, I hope you'll go down there and click that subscribe button. Give it a like, a thumbs up, let me know in the comments who you are so I know what you might like to see. And then we'll go ahead and we will start cooking Hawaiian pork and peas. So I got my hands on this awesome Hawaiian cookbook. I've always been fascinated by Hawaiian food. It's such a mixture of cuisines from different parts of the world due to the many phases of immigration over time to the Hawaiian Islands. And so I've always been super interested, but I knew very little about it. So I picked up this cookbook. It's totally awesome. And I wanted to try pork and peas. So let's see how we do this. So I got my wife to pick up at the supermarket some boneless pork loin chops. And what we need to do, according to this recipe, is slice off this fatty part here, and we're just going to fry this over kind of medium heat until all the fat renders out of it. To do that, we need some fat in the pan to begin with. We'll use coconut oil. And while that's happening, we'll chop up the pork into thin slices, the pepper, the onion, and the garlic. This should be a Maui onion. I couldn't find that. This is just, I think, a yellow onion. Maui onions are a little bit sweeter. We are going to add a little bit of sugar or honey to this. So if you're using a yellow onion like this, I would just add a little bit more. Now once this pork fat has all rendered out, it kind of looks like this. These pieces have shed all their fat into the pot. We've got a lot of cooking oil here now. And so we can go ahead and take these out. Once we've got these out, we're going to put everything else in. Alright, so here's what goes in the pot next. All the other bits of pork we had need to go in here. We're just going to brown them on at least one side. This seems like an unnecessary step because this is going to be more of a slow cooker type of dish. That's okay. And once we've got all of this in, for which I have 4, 3, 2, 1. We're also going to put in some of the veggies. We've got this onion that I cut into these little cool wedges. It seems appropriate for this dish. Got our garlic. And the recipe says add pepper. But I feel like red pepper gets really soft and mushy if you slow cook it. So we're going to leave these actually until the very end, which I think is going to be a little better. So we'll just try to make sure these are browned on each side, or one side, and then add the rest of the stuff. Okay, let's see what's going in here next. We've got our freshly ground salt and pepper. We've got our shoyu or soy sauce. We've got some apple cider vinegar. You could also use cane vinegar, according to this recipe. And I want to add a little bit of sweetness. I feel like this will taste much better if I do. This is honey, you could use sugar. And then on top of that, a can of organic diced tomatoes. These are already diced, so these are about the right size. I poured off a little bit of the liquid so it wouldn't be too soupy. And then there's 2 more things. We need a little bit of cinnamon, not too much, and a bay leaf. I never use these. You don't eat this, you take it out before it's done. So we'll just let this come to a boil, and then we're actually going to stir it, cover it for 45 more minutes. So, note to busy people out there of all types, you are going to need to think ahead a little bit doing this. This only took me about 10 minutes to get it like this, but it's going to need to sit here for just a little bit longer before it's ready to eat. When this is almost done, it's going to look like this. This pork is going to be tender if you poke it. And we're just going to throw in our last ingredients, our red peppers and our frozen peas. And we'll mix those two things up, and we'll cook these until the pepper's cooked and the peas are cooked through. It smells so good already. Yes, it does. When this is done, it's going to look like this. It looks great, doesn't it? So let me give this a shot. We're going to serve this with some steamed or pickled vegetables and some white rice. And I'm just going to try a little bit of the sauce because this is still hot. I'll report back. It is so good. It is so good. I hope y'all like this. You should definitely make this. It's got a nice kind of exotic flavor from the cinnamon, but really this is just a very hearty, kind of very sweet and savory dish. It's going to be amazing on this rice and vegetables. Well, that's it. I hope you liked it. If you did, please subscribe, leave me a comment down below, give me a thumbs up, and join me next time when Busy Dad is cooking.